Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up? Um, I was expecting to go live today, but it seemed like everybody wanted to talk to me about the Blackpink performance and wanted to know my thoughts. So I was just like, let me just go ahead, just do a live on it, and just let me just get this over with. All my thoughts on it over with. I did. Before I get into that, I want to apologize for having to cancel my live um, for the weekend because what had happened was I I was with my mom and we were out and about shopping, and she wanted me to help her decorate the house because I was just helping her move in. And girl, next thing I know, me and my mom is riding from store to store. I look down, it's 6. I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to get back here in time for this live. So like I had to like try to cancel the live in the middle of a store. But I really wanted to do that live though. I was like, dang mom, I gotta get back. I can't be with you out here in these streets. But yeah, so let's see, this Saturday coming up, yeah, I should be able to do my N-hyphen live reading like I want. But yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. So this is my makeup live. This is my makeup live. But hey Samra. Oh, I don't know how to say your name. Is it IYKY? Girl, don't let me butcher your username. But anyways, but hey, what's up? All right, so let me get into my thoughts and my feelings on this Blackpink VMA performance. I I have good things to say about it, and I have some bad things, and then I want to say have some criticisms, but it's like I don't think it's bad criticism. But I actually thought that some parts of the performance was good, and I thought that some parts of the performance was messy, kind of messy. And other parts I really wish they would have went harder on though. But I'm kind of like I really just want to give them grace because I know this is like their first actual like live award show performance. So that can be very like nerve-wracking, and like to know like you're the first kind of like K-pop group to be on this kind of show and represent for the girl groups. Like I would be like, very nervous also. So I want to give them some grace on this though. What you said, Samara? Someone asked if Blackpink's live vocals was bad. I didn't think their vocals were bad though. I didn't think that their vocals were bad. My problem was this. So okay, so I'm gonna break it down from like, beginning to middle to end, right? When it first started off, I really loved the intro to the whole intro, the whole stage being pink with the fangs and the venom and all. Like I loved it. It was nice, right? And then the dancers came in and they partied. The girls came out and bam, they started walking up to the front. I was like, yes, I'm feeling this. Yes, sir, right? Because the fits was there, the hair was there, the makeup was there. I was just like, okay, all right, we got this strong intro, let's go, right? Man, so they came up, they come through, they gonna walk, right? I'm like, all right, come on. And this is my first time, I think, actually seeing the full choreo from beginning to end. So right, so I didn't really know what to expect. Okay, so like the first part of it, it was good, you know. Rose was like serving, she was serving us, okay. She was there, but then when it got to Jisoo part, see, she was getting on my nerves that whole performance because she looked so dead in the face. Like she was not dancing with her face. I don't know what was going on. She just looked it so like just dead, and I'm just like, honey, if you don't give me a fierce look, if you don't give me a wink, something, give me something, because you're looking dead. It's looking dead up here, okay? And like that was getting on my nerves, was her. Like, she would not serve like I had needed her to serve, right? Then the smoke machine was getting on my nerves. The smoke machine was on my nerves because I'm like, look, guys, I cannot see the girls because you want to have the whole stage with smoke. Then, like, there was a part in the middle where I could see Jenny getting really, really excited. And I'm like, okay, all right, Jenny, I know you excited. I know you nervous and excited at the same time. And you can see it in her face because she's smiling and she just, and I'm like, girl, I'm gonna need you to focus because she got so like excited during like that little middle half that she missed her steps. No, I seen her. She missed her 8 count. And in my head, I was hearing Lisa voice. Cut the music, okay? I was hearing Lisa voice in my head, like, you had missed the 8, the 7, and the 6 count. Oh my God. What? Was there fans there? Were there fans there? Seemed empty. That's the thing I couldn't understand was the fans like in that section in front of them, because Jenny kept smiling at like the front section. So I think some of their fans were really there, but I think they were in the pit in front of that stage. And what the camera, oh my God, the camera angles were bad. Like, why were they doing aerial view for the chorus? That was getting on my nerves too, was the camera angles, because like when they had the wide shots of getting everybody in there, it was like it was way back. You couldn't barely see their faces. I had the most hardest time trying to get screenshots for this performance because the camera angle sucked. The camera views was like all the way back. Every time they had some aerial view where you couldn't see anything, I was like, what is y'all doing, MTV? Like, you know what I'm gonna need? I'm gonna need these American cameramen to go train with the Korean cameramen and learn how to do some real filming for dancers and performances, because man, American cameramen are just like, are we lazy, or like, what is happening? Like, why do you not know how to get the coolest camera angles like Korean cameramen do? Like that's always been my question. Like, do y'all need to go over there and train with them? I don't know what it is, but y'all need to get this thing together. It was like bad camera angles on top of that smoke machine. I was just like, I can't see y'all. I can't see y'all on stage. People was in the smokes. I'm like, Jesus. What had happened now? Lord, let me go to my comments. The fans were there with the light sticks. Yeah, because I knew I seen some in the front row. Media outlets like New York Post and Variety were... They said it was a bad performance. Ooh, they slammed their performance. I mean, I know why they slammed it, because like I was saying, like in the middle of their performance, it looked really hectic and messy, because Jenny was like not only missing like her counts, but like she was missing her placements. Like Okay, so like in dancing, right? Especially in group dancing, the artists have time, what will they make time for the artists to quickly get into like their certain spaces, you know, to perform the choreo, right? So if you mess up that timing to get to your next spot within the choreo, it throws all the other dancers off and it looks messy and you can see it. And that's why some of that energy looked off too, because Jenny was like so excited that, you know, she was on stage that she was like missing to go to her certain spots on the stage. And like I was looking at her and I was like, oh my God, girl, you need to focus. You need to focus. And there was one, and like I had watched it again and I had seen that Lisa seen her. And Lisa kind of looked over at her, and Jenny looking over at Lisa like, girl, I am messing up right now. I'm like, you know, Lisa don't play. She'll cut this music and be like, one more time, girl, don't be doing this. Lisa don't play about that choreo. But yeah, but I just think that like, too, why I felt lackluster to people was because like, they weren't dancing enough with their face. Like you know how all good perform, like that's a part of stage presence. When like this is why we like ATs, because they dance with their face. Like they're into it and they're giving you face and they're like, and I just felt like they weren't dancing like with their face. I just felt like they were just worried about getting the choreo right and looking good up there. You know what I'm saying? Because it is nerve-wracking. But you know, like it really felt like they were like trying to make sure they did the 1, 2, 3 step count. Like they, okay, 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay, let me go to this place. This is my place. Let me make sure my hands look good. Let me go over here and make sure. So it just really just looked like you could see them thinking. You could really see them thinking. And like I said, they weren't serving me enough face. They weren't serving enough face for me. The energy or something was off. Yeah, I kind of felt the energy being a little off too, but I think the energy was off because they were nervous. I really think a lot of nerves. It wasn't exciting or anything. I think too, why it wasn't exciting is because it was the lighting. Like that's my other complaint. I did not like the lighting that they chose, because the lighting, like, the lighting was dark to me, and it was like you couldn't really see them, and it really needed to be like that bright light like in their face so you could see them, like the same kind of lighting that Korean shows have, you know, like a Korean award shows. They have that lighting where you can see everybody, the costumes, and they just didn't have that kind of lighting. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why does it look so dark on stage? Yeah, the performance was lackluster. Look up the New York Post about it. Hold on, I'm gonna grab that if I can find it. Actually, link me to the New York Post, and then I could try to grab it. We know that started an argument. Look, when Jenny missed that placement, Lisa was like, you know, in the back, Lisa was like, I have seen you from the side, and you missed your spot, and you had missed the 5 and the 6 count. I seen you over there struggling, Jenny. Jenny was struggling for a little bit. Jenny was like, oh, where's my place? Hold on. I said, Jenny, because you too busy grinning over there looking at Taylor Swift and stuff. Girl, you need to focus on what you're supposed to be doing. What? Yeah, they were just going through the motions. Like, they just seemed like so nervous. Like they was just trying to make sure like they got the placements, the hands, of this, and then like at the end of it, like what I really didn't like, and I was just like, why are you not going harder on, like, why are you not dancing for your lives on this ending part? You know, the ending part where they do the little break dance and they're doing the ra-ta-ta-ta thing, right? And I'm looking at them and I'm like, why are they not dancing harder? Like, why are they not going harder? Like, at the end, they should be like out of breath, trying to catch their breath and like, you know, bow to the audience. Like, I don't understand like why they weren't going harder. And it really just looked it just like that, lackluster, because they didn't dance as hard as they needed to on that part. And I was just like, what is going on? But yeah, like, that was getting on my nerves, and the smoke machines at the end were getting on my nerves. Like, you couldn't see them. Like, I was just, I felt like I was coughing and, like, I don't understand where all these smoke machines was coming. You couldn't even see them at all. Like, whoever thought about that, yeah, not good on your part. But yeah, did anybody find the New York article? Let me see. Let me try to find. Lord. You sent it? You sent it where? Here you go. I found it. Boy, they really said the worst was Blackpink. They weren't that bad. Come on now. I've seen worse. Doing Pink Venom from their upcoming second album, Born Pink. The K-pop girl group underwhelmed in the debut performance of the U.S. awards show. It was bad enough that many of the audience, both the Prudential Center and around the country watching, probably didn't know the song, but the stiff, lifeless performance failed to establish the group as a live force to be reckoned with on the VMA stage. Bruh. What are you talking about? They didn't know the song. The song been released like for a good week or two. How could you not know? They've been like, the fans been streaming that stuff like crazy. Like, how did they not know the song? I mean, I agree it was stiff. Like, I agree on that part. It was stiff. They could have danced harder, true, but I don't know. I don't know why I think the reason why I'm going so soft on them is because I know that their fans have been waiting a long time for a comeback, and I know how that feels to be on the hiatus list, because that's where I'm currently in with Big Bang. And so it's like, whenever, you know, they come off the bench, you want to go hard for them like that. Like, that's why I think I'm giving them some leeway, because I know how that feel as a fan, to finally have, you know, your people's out and you want to support. I think that's why I'm going soft on them, because of that. But then again, like, the realistic thing about it is, like, true, it should be no excuse for nerves or anything like that, because let me tell you something. When BTS went to the American Music Awards show for the first time, them boys danced for their lives, okay? Even if they was nervous, even if, you know, they was excited, whatever. They was on point and they danced hard for their lives. They were out of breath, okay? And I know we shouldn't give Blackpink that grace, but I'm gonna have to give my girls that grace, because I know they've been on the bench for a long time, And I know like the nerves got to them, and that's why they didn't do what they should have did. But I'm gonna tell you who did carry this performance. Now I'm gonna tell you who carried it. Lisa and Rose, they gave what needed to be given. Okay, all right, they did what they needed to do to carry this performance through to the end. You think the general, I thought the general public was, you think the general audience didn't know the song? I thought the general audience was liked it Blackpink and was listening to Blackpink. Wait, how long have they been out as a group? Let me see, hold on. Because they're not rookies no more. I'm trying to remember when they debuted it. So that was back in 2000. I'll say maybe 4 or 5 years. But to their defense, they kind of got threwed out there when they debuted. They got threwed out because YG was trying to cover up the mishandling of 21. So they knew that fans were mad about 21, so they tried to cover it up and make fans feel better by pushing out Blackpink. But they've been out for a minute. Yeah, about 5-6 years. Yeah. The DNA performance was a great moment for them. When they was on that American Music Awards show, they put 100% in that performance, and you could see it. You can see, you could not unsee, you could see that they was dancing hard for their lives. Okay, like they was trying to prove something. I don't know what happened in with Blackpink. I don't know what happened right there, but I think it was just nerves. I really think it was nerves, and then too, I think that they felt like maybe they did good for themselves. They probably felt like they done good. I don't know. I don't know what they thought exactly when they was in practice. I mean, maybe they did the choreo in practice really, really good, and the team thought, okay, they were show ready, and they probably did do very good without the pressure of the camera and everything. But then, like, when you get on stage, like, that can be a whole different beast. What you said, Paris? My Paris. You should be on here talking about this with me. Background dancers should have been another color. Yeah, that's true. They should have been. It made it hard for the members to stand out. But for me, I didn't feel like, I mean, you have a point, but I didn't feel like it was hard for the members to stand out because they were like wearing different costumes, which was like mixed with black and pink or whatever. But I mean, you're right, the dancers should have worn something, or maybe Blackpink should have worn more pink than black, and then that could have been the contrast between them and the dancers. Somebody also should have had sequins or glitter on those outfits. But it's the thing, Paris, they did, but you couldn't see it. Because Rose had glitter up here, you couldn't see it because it's the stage lighting. The stage lighting was so horrible, girl. You couldn't even really see the little embellishments on their outfits. I think the fall covered up a lot of the contrast too. I was saying that earlier. I was saying like how them fog machines and that smoke on the stage was just too much, and it was getting on my nerves. It was getting so on my nerves because you couldn't see anything. It was cutting off half of their routine, and you couldn't see nothing. Like, yeah, the lighting and the effects ruined a lot of it. Yeah, that stage lighting ruined a lot of that. I'm like, look, we gonna, like, when they go back to Korea and they do this on a Korean stage with the right cameras and the right angles and stuff, we gonna come back and we gonna review this, because I'm gonna show y'all how cameras, camera lighting, camera angles really could make or break a performance for an artist in choreo, because camera angles and lighting is everything when you're doing a live performance like this with a lot of dancing. Because, like, I'm telling you, that them camera angles and that lighting ruined everything. On top of, these girls got to get tighter in the routine, which they probably will once they head back, and they can practice a little bit more before they hit those in countdown stages and all the music shows. But yeah, I'm telling you, watch, it's going to be a far better experience when they get back to Korea, because Korea know what they're doing when it comes to stages. I'm telling you, we're gonna come back, we're going to review this. They really did deserve better. They deserve better. Like, far back, when you went far back from the stage and they had the lighting effects and everything, it looked pretty, but you couldn't see what the girls was doing on stage because the lighting was so dark. And I'm just like, why is this lighting so dark? Why can we not see them? Like, what is going on? Like, that was just irking my nerves. That was really irking my nerves with Blackpink stage. But yeah, I think that is too why people thought, like, it wasn't good. It was like no spotlights, and then it was no spotlights, right? And then there was like no, like, people on stage to, like, zoom up to them so they can, you know, do what they needed to do in front of the camera and play with the camera and then go back to their spot. Like, you know, that matters too, you know, like on those music shows where they get those close-up shots actually on stage with the artist, and the artist is able to play and flirt. That adds something to a performance that I don't think a lot of people realize. Like, that really adds, like, the excitement and something to the performance. But also, as I said, like, they could have gave more face, they could have gave more playfulness, but I just think it was just due to nerves, to be honest. But they could have, I'm sure that they were going to watch this back and see, like, dang, I should have done this on this part, I should have did this, I should have, you know. But we're going to see when they come back to Korea and they start hitting up those music shows. We're going to see. But man, I'm, like, kind of disappointed because I really wanted them to go, like, so hard at this VMAs, and I feel like they didn't. And I feel like part of it was VMA's fault, and I feel like part of it was, like, their fault too. But man, I was just kind of disappointed in it. I just really was expecting something different. I really thought that they was gonna just really go so hard and, like, really, like, perform and give us face and really just be in there. But I don't know, they was just, like, so, like, I'm like, what is y'all doing? Like, this is VMAs, y'all better go hard. I wonder how Koreans feel about it. I wonder how Koreans feel about it too. I'm very curious. I wonder if they notice the same stuff that I noticed with it. Like, you know, the stage being dark and these smoke machines and all this stuff. And yeah. Well, That's all I really have to say about it. Anybody else got anything they want to say about this performance before I wrap this thing up? I wasn't going to keep y'all too long on here, so. Ciao. I really wanted something different for them, but we're gonna see what these Korean shows gonna give. Because if they give more and better, then I know it was just VMAs and them not setting up that stage right. But I do think that it was nerves on their part too, why they didn't perform as hard as they should have. And I'm gonna need Jisoo to really work on her face when she's dancing. I'm gonna really need you to work, girl, because you gave us dead face the whole performance and I don't understand why. Did I watch anything else from the VMAs? I did. I watched everybody's performance. I was so happy when Fergie came out, because that's my period. At the time I loved the Black Eyed Peas in 2006, so don't judge me. I love them. I just feel like it's such a shame that Black Eyed Peas didn't really get as appreciated as they would have if they came out today, because people are like more open to positive music and rap music today than they were back in those days. I feel like if Black Eyed Peas came out with Fergie like now and like did like very positive rap now, like people would eat it up right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was happy when she came out. I thought that she was never gonna come back out after how she sung that national anthem at that basketball game. Girl, oh my God, Twitter tore her up. I ain't seen girl since, and I don't know how he got her out there. I don't know how he got her out there. Who else did I watch? I watched the Nicki Minaj thing. I wanted to see my girl get her flowers finally, and I don't know how long Nicki gonna keep this thing up, because I can see girl getting old and she moving a little slow. But I think that she knows that. So I seen her utilize her dancers a little bit more, than her dancing up there, because she used to actually really like dance too. But I see her utilizing her dancers way more than she used to. So I think she kind of knew, like, okay, I kind of slowed down a little bit after this kid. But yeah, I seen her, and I was just happy, like she finally got honored for something, because I just felt like the Grammys really just, it was like a smack in her face when the Grammys don't like even award her, but then you award Cardi B over her. Like, yeah, I didn't like exactly how they were doing Nicki Minaj, like blackballing her, and even like going behind the scenes and paying like other rappers to diss her. Like she's been through a lot, and I think like it gets looked over because like she's a black woman, but she's been through a lot, and that's why she has the attitude she has, and everybody's like, oh, she's being a bee and all this stuff. But I mean, like, dang, when you kind of look at it from the outside, it's like she really been through a lot. Like, who can she really trust, and I think that's why she's so selective on who she collab with and what she does, and who she talks to. But I was also too happy to see like her and Taylor like kind of like bury the beef between them, because they weren't really, when she had to present Taylor with the award, they weren't like beefing or yelling at each other or anything, because I know they had their little beef. But it was nice to see that they got along again. But yeah, I seen that, and then I was looking at the oh my God, I seen Becky G. I was like, oh my God, girl, I wanted her to perform. Why you don't let Becky G perform? I seen Anita perform. I've watched her. She's bad. She is bad. I watched her perform at concerts and stuff, and I enjoy that performance. What other perform? Okay, so there was a performance that I had watched that was really um boring to me, and I was just thinking in the middle of it, like, dang, why is America performances so boring all of a sudden? I think it was Panic at the Disco I was looking at, and I was just like, this is boring. Like, I don't know why this is so boring. Like, did y'all think this was going to be exciting because you parked a car in the middle of the stage and you got dancers around? Like, I was so bored through that. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get out who I was watching at the VMAs. Let me get back to my comments. Did I see the statement from Adore about new jeans? No, I didn't see the new statement, but we gotta discuss that in the Saturday Live. We're gonna get into it. What, the official one, not the CEO? All right, you gotta link me to that because I haven't seen that. You didn't know that yeah, like Nicki and Taylor had beef, and I think it was around when she released that Bad Blood song. I was trying to remember what was the beef about. I think it has something to do with Miley Cyrus. And I think it has something else. I don't remember the beef specifically anymore, but yeah, I think it was tangled up with her beef with Miley Cyrus, and then something else her and Taylor had done together or something, and I think she felt snubbed by Taylor. But yeah, I don't really remember it clearly, so I'm not going to speak on it too much. But yeah, they did have beef back in the day. America needs creativity. But this is the thing though. America has creativity. It's just that they don't want to promote the creativity in the mainstream. You know, like this is the stuff like just gets on my nerves with America. There are so many talented independent artists that can literally change the game. That can really bring something new to mainstream American music industry, but they do not want to promote those artists. Like Tinashe, she can definitely bring in a new kind of image, a new sound, a new something to female pop artists, but they don't even want to like support the girl and put her on. I feel like the same, like Doja Cat, I feel like she got like a lucky break. You know, she must have knew the right people, or she didn't mind giving up something, because you got to pay the price, you know, as a creative artist when you're with this music industry. It's something you got to pay the price on. Maybe paying the price of some of your creativity being taken out your hands. It's something like that. But like, you know, a lot of these artists who are independent know they can make the money for themselves now. And they don't want to get into these, you know, companies that's basically monopolizing the mainstream and what you're seeing every day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's so many good talented artists that just won't get their time to shine unless they're signing up to some big machine. You know what I'm saying? And it just gets on my nerves because it is so much creativity out there. And it's like they just don't want it to change. Like it's just stuck at a certain place. What New Jeans is doing well. I saw them get noticed by TLC recently. Yeah, I seen New Jeans is doing pretty good. I heard that's why they were trying to get rid of Nicki, because her godfather is someone from Disney or something like that. What? Never heard about that. Yeah, there are loads of underrated artists out there. I like Melanie Martinez. Yeah, like it's so many, like her, Tinashe, oh my God, I forgot what this girl name is, but it starts with a D. But she has that song, it's so persuasive, and she's an independent artist, and I'm like, she's dope. Like, I don't understand why she ain't out here right now. Like, it's so many good artists, like they don't want to put out there, like, and back up and put the money behind and just let artists be artists and let them be creative. It's always some kind of thing to like control them, manipulate them, you know. And like people like Billie Eilish, like I see her struggling too in the industry, because they put that pressure on her and her brother too, where it's like, oh well, you need to hurry up and be creative now and get us an album now. Everything is now. And they're like, okay, but this is a process. Like, we have to take our time and come up with this music, and you know, give us some time. Oh no, this needs to be done by the end of the month. No, this needs to be done now. And the bad part is like, while they're pushing these artists to be so creative, these artists have to go on tour to make money, because the industry changed. You're not making money no more by just simply putting out a song. You're making money off of tours and performances, right? So like, on top of them doing all that, then they want them to be highly creative and better than their first. And it's just like, it's so like stressful that it does suck the creativity out of artists and out of America, because they don't have time to be creative anymore, because everything is so demanding. And I'm starting to see that too with K-pop, where it's like everybody is pushing you know, artists to the brink, you know, to the edge of where they cannot create anymore. And like, especially when in K-pop, if they know they got a very talented artist, it's just everything is now. Write us a song now so we can release the album now. And it's even with them, it's like that. And I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna suck all the creativity out of them. It's not even gonna be their best creativity, because they're rushed in it. And I'm just seeing K-pop going down that same route, you know, each and every time it gets more and more popular. So I don't know, man. Somehow they still keep like their creative concepts and stuff, but America is just, they don't develop artists like before. And you know why they don't develop artists like before is because America does not have artist development like K-pop does. America just, I don't know what made it in. I think what made it in was when more independent artists started getting more recognized and more followed, and like how the industry started changing with followers and fans. Then you know, an artist just presenting itself, putting it out there, and then maybe you're gonna get you some fans or not or whatever, you know. And I think within that change, like the artist development just dropped. They were like, well, why do we need to spend money on artist development when, you know, these independent kids who got songs on SoundCloud, oh, we could just put them up there, you know. And you could see it, like you could see it a lot in these American shows. You could see the lack of artist development and the artist training, because that's why all of the stages is lackluster and it's boring, you know. And you don't get those performances like you would with the K-pop act. You don't get that stage presence like you usually would with a seasoned developed artist, because of that, because they don't have any systems for like these young American artists to go through and learn stage presence, learn how to work a crowd, learn how to, you know, control their voices and their skills and all that stuff. They don't have that anymore. But I do see like some, you know, like old rappers or old artists are starting to try to get more into that, like behind the scenes artist development, and make their money from that. So I'm starting to see like maybe a little bit of an emergence from that for that. But yeah, and like it's crazy because me and Paris talk about this all the time, about how the lack of artist development has just made, you know, American artists and the whole American music industry just be so lackluster on stage. Like there's nothing on the award shows that you kind of even enjoy watching anymore. Like it's just like people just like what, like honestly I'm not being entertained when you're around this stage just walking with a mic. You just walking around the stage, just walking with a mic, just singing with a mic. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what you're doing, sir, but I'm not entertained. I'm about to cut this thing off. Yeah, they used to give them 5 years max and then on to the next. Yeah. Yes, it really has become lackluster. Yeah, man, when these award shows come on and I just be like, do I really want to, like, it's become like before they started putting K-pop artists on, like honestly I had stopped watching because I was just like, am I really gonna see anything entertaining at this point? Because especially once like Beyonce took her hiatus, I was like, man, these shows is boring. Like, cause for real, cause it was like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, like Brianna, like they were keeping us entertained. They were bringing stages. They was like really real seasoned developed artists bringing us like real performances. And then when they took their hiatuses and all these media-core artists came in with no artist development, I was just like, is this even worth watching anymore? Like honestly, I wouldn't even watch half of these award shows if like BTS wasn't on them or any other K-pop act wasn't on them. Like I wouldn't even bother. Like that's sad, but that's exactly how this whole American industry is going right now. Like it's like people ain't doing nothing on stage. Like now I'm seeing like at least females are trying to step it up, right, and give us some entertainment. But the males don't care. Like they just get up there with t-shirt and some jeans on and they just, yeah. I'm like, I'm supposed to be entertained by this? Like, oh my God, where is Usher? Where is Chris Brown? Like, where is the people that will actually get up here and entertain you? Like, I just like, it's hard. It's hard for me to watch. Yep, I don't watch them at all. I just catch it on YouTube. Like half this stuff I be catching on YouTube too, because I just be like, oh, well, how did this? I feel the same. I'm happy Rihanna is coming back. Somebody gotta come back and save us. Somebody gotta come back. Come on, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, somebody, Rihanna, somebody, come on. And this this is what be getting on my nerves because like artists like Tinashe and other girls out there that is creative and would really give you a performance, like Doja Cat and stuff, like they are the ones that need to really be pushed up there to be the next generation of like real performers. But they're not. They're just wasted away in the back, like, you know. And then like I liked it Lizzo performance too. I really did. It was really cool. I just wish that she would put out more music. Like, what's the hold up on Lizzo? I want her to put out more music. I need albums. Lizzo, come on, girl. Get this thing together. Dang. Because I feel like she could be in the next generation of real performers out here. Like, man. Like, can you do a reading on the direction of the music industry? Like, which music industry? The American music industry or like the K-pop music industry? We need real artists that are passionate about what they do. We do. We need real artists that ain't out here in the studio doing like 1 or 2 singles just to make money so they can go on tour and don't care anything else about it. Like we need like real professional artists, like, you know, like Janet Jackson and Beyonce and everything, and people who really could sit down in an interview and really explain to you the art. Like, like I really wish that they would push Chloe too a little bit more and give her better music, because she's one of those passionate artists too. Like, she could sit down with you and talk to you about vocals, okay, and production of the vocals. Like, she will explain it to you. That's passion. That's a real artist. And I just think like that is like missing from the industry. That's missing. Oh, you want me to do a reading on the American music industry? Okay, I could do that. Yeah, a lot of male artists put little effort in their stage presence. Look, look, look. Okay, you want to know what's the most horrendous performance for me was while I was watching it? Was when Justin Bieber went up on stage and was singing Peaches. I don't know which award show this was. Was it the Grammys? It was some big award show. And this dude really got up on stage with with a t-shirt and some jeans at the piano, acting like he trying to be sexy. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Then he get up from the piano, he bring the two dudes out. This dude is really on stage with some jeans and a hoodie at an award show. Bruh. And everybody in the audience like, and I'm just like, they like, y'all couldn't do nothing. Y'all couldn't dress up. You couldn't do a little stage spotlight with somebody singing. Nobody could came out. We couldn't have just a little bit of theatrics. Nothing. This is it. Chat. It was so like, and then it just reminds me how like everybody be coming out like this, and I just be not watching it anymore because of this. Like, it's just horrible. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it is horrible. I just can't. I also think there needs to be a line between fans and artists. What are you talking about? For it, because in my opinion, I feel like there is a clear line with in American music industry. I feel like there's a clear line between the artists and the fans. I feel like in the K-pop industry, there is no clear line between the artists and the fans. And I think that's when we feel like it's crazy and we feel like it's dangerous. And it does get dangerous because, you know, they have those crazy fans that be trying to kill them and stuff and stalk them and, you know, write them letters in blood and all that kind of crazy stuff. But I feel like there is a line in America, but in Korea or K-pop industry, there's no line. And I feel like it really puts those idols in danger because they don't have those lines. But, you know, they like to blur those lines so they can make money. What, didn't he have an SD hat? Girl, I don't know what they had on, but I was disappointed. I was so disappointed. But yeah, let me wrap this up. I didn't mean to go on a whole rant on American music. I didn't mean to go on a whole rant, but I am passionate about music in the music industries, and I've been observing the music industry for years now. I get pretty passionate about it. I observe it because there was a point in time where I got so bored with the music industry. That's how I got onto K-pop, because K-pop excited me again, gave me that feeling again, like entertained me. And yeah, I like get so passionate about like music and all that stuff. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean for my rant to be this long. But yeah, so my bad, y'all. But anyways, I didn't want to keep y'all too long. It's a work night, and thank you everybody for coming and listening to me rant and listening to my 2 cents on Blackpink. And yeah, we're gonna once Blackpink hit those Korean shows, we're gonna come back and we gonna see we're gonna do comparisons. So yeah, so let me get off of here, everybody. I will see y'all on Saturday for that M hyphen reading, and then yeah, we're gonna talk about that New Jeans thing. And yeah, everybody have a good night. Have a great rest of your week. And hey, whatever pop up, because we still gotta get into that Psy with Huna and them leaving. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that on Saturday. So yes, everybody, good night. I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye everyone. May love and light be with you all. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.